Hey everyone, this is David Brown with the migration update for May 25th, 2025 from the Derby Hill Hawkwatch. The morning started off a bit gloomy with a few sprinkles here and there. Here's the view out over Lake Ontario. Kim and I went for one final morning bird walk before she headed back to Delaware. On our morning walk, Kim and I had 38 species, including some warblers such as blue-winged warbler and Wilson's warbler. As I was packing the car to head down to the south lookout, this adult red-headed woodpecker was up on top of the telephone pole, and I saw it again this evening at our feeders. The count was conducted today from the south lookout, and by mid-morning there was a decent amount of sunshine for the first time in I can't remember how long. It was a bit of a cool day, however, with a moderate northwesterly wind. I feel like I probably showed some South Lookout scenery shots at the beginning of the season when there was a lot of snow on the ground, so I thought I would show some updated photos now that there's a lot of green. Here's the South Lookout parking area and kiosk. And here's the view looking across the road at the pad where we observe from. And here's the view of the beautiful farmland behind the lookout, and there's a lot of meadowlarks and bobolinks that are around and singing. We had a moderate raptor flight today with the birds taking advantage of the sunshine. Here we have the first migrant of the day, which was a high osprey. Bald eagles were on the move today also. Here's a juvenile, which was one of 19 bald eagles that migrated today. We also had a few dozen turkey vultures migrate. Broad-winged hawks were the most numerous migrant today with 77, and this time of year they're pretty much all juveniles like this one, but this one's not showing any signs of molt, which was interesting because most of the ones we're seeing right now have big gaps in the wings and tail. And here's a common raven that squawked as he went by and does have a big gap in the wing. From the south lookout, I had 52 species. Taking a look at the hawk count report for our migrating raptor totals, today we had 29 turkey vultures, 1 osprey, 19 bald eagles, 2 sharp-shinned hawks. We had 77 broad-winged hawks and 5 red-tailed hawks for a total of 133 migrating raptors. That brings the May total to 9,943 and the season total to 88,201. Taking a look at the forecast for tomorrow, they're calling for mostly cloudy skies and then some afternoon sunshine with the high up around 60 and light westerly winds that will probably settle into west-northwest for the afternoon. So we'll probably start out at the north lookout, and it could even be a decent morning for songbirds. So I plan to get out early, but eventually I think the wind's going to get that northerly component and we'll probably move down to the south lookout. I'd expect light to moderate migration, but be aware that Braddock Bay did have a Mississippi kite today, so fingers crossed that that bird is heading our way and didn't go around us today. For Tuesday, they're calling for partly cloudy skies with a high up around 70 and light and variable winds. Seems like a really pleasant day to be out. I'd expect light migration though. And for Wednesday, it's looking cloudy with a slight chance of a rain shower, high in the mid to upper 60s and light south-southeast winds, so that could be another pleasant day to be out, but this late in the season with those light of southerly winds, I'd expect light migration. All right, well, after all this cold and rainy weather we've been having, finally a day with some sunshine, and felt like a real hawk watching day with some other visitors to chat with and actual migrating raptors. So we're heading into the final week here at Derby Hill. The final day of the count is this coming Saturday. So hope you can make it out and say hello before the end of the season. From Lyco Birds, this is David Brown. Thanks for watching.